Today we're going to change the engine oil on a Chevy Trailblazer. This video is going to apply to all the inline 6-cylinder 4.2 liter engines. The first thing we'll do is locate the engine oil cap and remove that. Now the reason for this is so that the oil will drain out more quickly, theoretically washing more dirt out of the engine oil pan. Now we're going to go underneath the vehicle and locate the inspection cover that covers the underside of the engine pan. We'll use a ratchet and socket and loosen the bolts. Then we can remove the bolts the rest of the way with our fingers. Once they're out, the inspection plate will come down, and this will give you access to the engine oil pan drain plug, as well as the engine oil filter, which is the blue filter up there. Now you'll have to use a special wrench that you can get at the parts store to remove your oil filter. And the way that this wrench works is basically when you loosen the filter, the little fingers on the wrench will bind down on the filter, and this will work a lot better than trying to use your hands because of where the filter is located on these trucks. So you see how I just used one hand to get the wrench onto the filter, and I turned the ratchet with the other. Then once it's loose, you can remove it the rest of the way with your hands. And then you can remove the drain plug. And let the oil run out for several minutes. While the oil is running out, you can fill your oil filter. Now, any vehicles that the oil filter goes straight up onto the engine block, I always pre-fill. A lot of the V6s that Chevy makes, the filter will go on sideways, so I don't pre-fill them because you just make a mess. Then you can tighten the drain plug back up. Put a little bit of oil on the O-ring of the filter, and then put the filter back on, the new filter. Then once you've got all that done, you can wipe off any excess oil that you may have spilled. And that way, over the next couple days, you can watch for leaks. And then it's time to install the inspection cover again. Just hold the cover with one hand and get all the bolts started, and you can tighten them down with the wrench. And then we can go to the top of the engine and add the manufacturer's recommended amount of oil. Once you've added the amount of oil that your car is supposed to have, you could start the engine and let it run for a few minutes, shut the engine off and let it sit for a few minutes so that the oil can drain down to the oil pan, and then it's time to check it. And once you have the right amount of oil, I always check the brake fluid, that's washer fluid and engine coolant. Then you can also check the power steering fluid. And those are good things to check anytime you change the oil, just to make sure that everything stays full. And then your oil change is complete. Now the only tools that you need really are the oil and filter, obviously, and then the ratchet to get the inspection cover and the drain plug out, and then the special tool to get the oil filter off. And that's it.